Well, happening now, a city oversight agency investigating nearly 100 complaints against police officers related to ongoing protests in Portland as those protests continue months after they began. It is 10 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Elizabeth Din. And tonight, protesters met again in North Portland for another demonstration. Jennifer Dowling is there right now, live with more with the ongoing protests. Also, how those complaints are being handled. Jennifer?
Good evening, Elizabeth. Yes, I'm at the corner of North Mississippi and Albina, and there is a protest going on behind me. You can see the bikes have the street blocked off here. This is a group of people who are protesting a potential eviction in this neighborhood and some people who are under threat of that. So they've surrounded a house down here to show their support. Now, a lot of times those who are out here protesting have complaints about how officers respond to these demonstrations, and those who investigate those particular complaints have seen cases skyrocket. Also, we're getting a closer look at the cases that are being brought against protesters as well.
As nightly protests continue in the Rose City, the director of the city auditor's independent police review says complaints and allegations about police behavior continue to roll in steadily.
We have 91 cases that have come in now. Some of those are at internal affairs, some of those are at IPR.
Caldwell spoke during a meeting with the Citizen Review Committee. He says the oversight agency has seen what would typically be a year's worth of cases come in just the past couple months, with many still in the intake phase, which usually lasts around 14 days.
We have a whole lot of cases that are kind of still bottlenecked in that early part, and we continue to have a lot of cases coming in pretty regularly, as you can imagine.
Caldwell says oftentimes the first step is determining whether or not the case involves a PPB officer.
If we determine that it is definitely not a PPB officer, then that's something we would refer over to another law enforcement agency.
Also today, Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt announced the launch of an online dashboard to track protest cases. So far, it shows that the DA's office has had more than 970 cases referred to the office, and it has rejected more than 600. The highest number of cases reported were public order crimes, followed by person crimes and property crimes. As the protests continue, IPR and the Citizen Review Committee are anticipating more work ahead.
Our investigators are still kind of trying to triage the things that come in that are sort of people's thoughts and feelings about stuff versus what is an actual interaction with a Portland Police Bureau officer that is something that we can investigate.
And oftentimes in these protests, Caldwell says they'll get tagged in a tweet or something on social media talking about a complaint. He says it's really important for people who want to file a complaint to actually give them a call or file it officially so they can actually talk to a complainant. That helps their case a lot. Back to you.
All right, Jennifer Dowling out live for us tonight. Thank you.
Well,